Hello friends, today I am explain horror movie name Menjelang Ajal is Indonesia horror movie. I hope you like it. Let's go now. Without further delay. Then after that, we see that Ratna was with Bram, and they were going to go somewhere. But before that, Bram took Ratna to his house because he had to take care of something there. However, once at home, Bram started forcing himself on Ratna, which made her angry and she left. This proved that Sarkar had been right all along. Ratna should stay away from older boys. When Sarkar came home at night, she was completely quiet. Despite the gate being open, she entered the house silently and started going to her room. Seeing this, Dodi got very scared and told Ratna that he had been watching Sarkar and following her, which was very strange because she had just arrived. But Ratna did not pay attention to Dodi's words. Then Ratna saw Sarkar pouring water on herself because her body was burning with intense heat. Ratna stopped her mother and asked Dodi to bring a towel. But when Dodi reached for the towel, he was unable to pick it up. It seemed as if someone was stopping him from taking it. Then Ratna came and took the towel herself. After that, Ratna applied ointment on her mother's body because it was completely burning. Ratna could not understand how this had happened to her mother. Later, when Ratna tried to feed Sarkar, she vomited blood. The surprising thing was that the blood was black. Sarkar was very weak and tired. Ratna called her brother Danny, but he did not pick up the phone. Sarkar's condition at home was getting worse, and then Dodi's condition suddenly started deteriorating as well. Ratna got very scared and wondered what had happened. Just then, her elder brother Danny came home, and Ratna told him everything and asked for help. Danny told her to call for help and that he would reach them shortly. Ratna did as she was told and went to a neighbor's house to ask for help. When Ratna and the neighbor reached home, Danny had also arrived. They saw that Dodi was not there, and Ratna thought he must have gone upstairs. They went upstairs to check and saw that their mother had been attacked by that evil spirit, which was controlling Sarkar. She was pouring cold water on Dodi. Just then, Danny stopped Sarkar and saved Dodi. The three children were sitting with their mother, and Ratna thanked her brother for helping them. Danny, seeing all this, promised them that he would stay with his siblings and mother and would never leave them alone. After that, he went to get food for them. Meanwhile, a message came to Ratna from Bram in which he wrote that he was standing outside her house. Ratna went outside to talk to him and asked why he had come. Bram apologized to Ratna for what had happened that day, and Ratna forgave him. But now Ratna did not want to talk to Bram, and she told him to leave. Bram then showed Ratna some photos of them together. They were somewhat inappropriate photos, and said he would not delete them. Ratna asked him to delete them, but Bram refused. Ratna started snatching his phone from Bram's hand, and a fight broke out between them. Then Danny arrived and started beating up Bram. Bram stopped him and told Danny that he was Ratna's boyfriend. Danny stopped and chased him away from there. After that, Ratna broke all her relations with Bram. Now Danny came home and saw that his mother was waiting for him. He told her that the house had grown. Then Sarkar told them that when she was young, she used to worship her ancestors with the help of a shaman, meaning that in the opening scene, it was none other than Sarkar herself. She confessed that she had made a deal with the Kali Shakti, dark power, and now she had to pay the price for it. She explained that when her children had grown up and Danny had gotten a job, that Kali Shakti had now come to collect its debt. Basically, this was all done for everyone's success, and now this dark power wanted a price. After Sarkar told them this, Dodi suddenly felt that someone was outside the gate, so she started telling her brother about it. When Danny went outside the gate to check, the door of the room closed on its own. Inside, that Kali Shakti had again taken over Sarkar's body and started hurting her. When she attacked her children, Danny saved them and locked Sarkar in the room, securing it from outside. But in the meantime, Ratna had left someone to keep Ratna locked in the room the whole night. Later, when they went to check on Sarkar, she was calm but in a lot of pain. Her children put her on the bed and started treating her skin. Then Danny, Ratna, and Dodi recited the Quran. But as soon as they did so, Sarkar woke up from her sleep and started begging for food. She became completely out of control and started screaming loudly. Then Ratna and Danny tied Sarkar with a rope and put her back on the bed. The grandmother asked for help from the owner of her shop, and the shop owner helped her by calling a teacher to their house and making him recite the Holy Quran. As soon as he began reciting, Sarkar started losing control of herself again, and that black power took over her body. The evil spirit yelled at the teachers and told them that they would not be able to help Sarkar. Then, Danny started reciting the Holy Quran in front of the devil, but the devil used his powers to lift the teacher into the air. However, the teacher did not stop reciting the Quran. Along with him, the other teachers were also reciting. But that black power was much more powerful, and it had also made a deal with Sarkar. The spirit threw the teacher against a sharp object on the wall, which ended up killing the teacher on the spot. Seeing this, all the other teachers ran away in fear. Danny, seeing this situation, tied Sarkar to the bed in the room and closed the door again. After that, Danny was on the road. He called and told everything to Ratna, but Ratna told Danny that she had known about this in advance and that was why she had found a man named Kia Bagcha to help their mother. He was a very powerful shaman, and they decided to seek help from him. But that same night, the black power appeared in front of Ratna. Seeing this, Ratna ran for her life, but the black power found her and destroyed her. The reason was that Ratna had found a very powerful shaman, and this black power could not let that happen. Well, the next day, when Danny and Ratna called Radia to go to Kia Bagcha, Radia did not pick up their calls. Danny became worried, so he went to Radia's house with his friend. As soon as he reached her house, Danny realized that Radia was dead. Danny was completely shocked to know this because his last hope of saving his mother was about to end. After that, he prayed for the peace of Radia's soul and asked a friend of Radia's named Hina how this had happened to her. Hina told Danny that no one knew anything about it, but she gave Danny a piece of paper that she had found in Radia's pocket. Perhaps Radia had thought that something might happen to her, so she had written an address on a slip. There was an address written on this piece of paper. Seeing it, Danny's friend told him that he knew where this place was. After that, these people tied up Sarkar and set out to take her to the same place in a van. But that place was in the middle of dense forests, and when they reached there, it was night, and black powers are very powerful at night. As soon as they reached there, they started praying. Then Dodi saw a spirit sitting next to Sarkar, and she got scared. Hina asked her what had happened, but suddenly Ratna noticed that Sarkar was missing. All those people started searching for their mother here and there. When they went to search for Sarkar in the forest, they found her, but she had become very dangerous. She attacked all of them. The thing was, she was under the control of Kali Shakti, and this dark power was attacking them because Sarkar was not fulfilling the deal that had been made. The evil spirit also badly injured Danny's friends. It grabbed the shop owner and took him into the forest, finishing him off as well. Seeing this, Danny was in a lot of pain. The next day, Sarkar again reached Ratna and Dodi and started chasing them. Ratna ran away to save her life with Dodi, but Sarkar was chasing them. She grabbed Dodi's foot and pulled her towards her. Danny came to their help, but Sarkar also started attacking Danny. But then, suddenly, Ratna came from behind and hit Sarkar on the head with a stick, knocking her unconscious. After that, they went to Kai's hut, and the shaman gave them holy water to drink. As soon as they drank it, they started seeing that black power in front of their eyes, which was very scary. This meant that the shaman had realized that there was a black power there, which prompted him to come for help, or perhaps he already knew that these people would come to him. The shaman told them that they had to bring soil from the grave of the same shaman who had made a deal with Sarkar's spirit. Then Ratna told him that it was Radia who had told her that Mother Kimbar had performed that ritual on Sarkar. Now you must have understood what happened to Mother Kimbar, that this black power had done it to her too. Maybe it was her soul that had made a deal with Sarkar. Danny took that soil and left Dodi and Ratna with the shaman. The shaman also gave holy water to Danny for help. Danny reached Mother Kimbar's grave and started digging the soil. But just then, he felt someone there who told him not to remove the soil from that grave, otherwise his life could be in danger. But Danny ignored this voice and continued removing the soil. However, that power started disturbing him, and suddenly all the dead bodies stood up in front of Danny and started attacking him. But Danny used the holy water to make everyone disappear and ran away with the soil. Now he had to break a coconut that had only one coconut on it. But on the way, he lost courage and started to feel weak and dying. On the other hand, that spirit entered inside Sarkar and started attacking the shaman. The shaman began fighting with that spirit and tried to protect Ratna and Dodi, but he could not hold out for long in front of that evil force. The spirit made the shaman very angry and started moving towards Ratna and Dodi to attack them. But when it reached Dodi and saw her crying, Sarkar started fighting with that spirit, that is, her own soul had awakened. She started trying to stop the evil power, and it seemed that Sarkar would be able to defeat that spirit. But that evil power was quite dangerous. It was a jinn, and now it did not let Sarkar control her body. It started attacking Dodi. But then, finally, Danny came from behind and tried to stop her. However, Sarkar started attacking Danny. But we know that Danny had brought the soil, and the shaman who was there threw this soil on her. She started suffering from the evil spirit, and Sarkar became unconscious. Then the shaman put the soil in the hands of all three children and asked them to apply it on their mother's body. After that, some teachers there started reciting the Holy Quran, due to which this evil power left Sarkar. Sarkar became conscious and apologized to her children for everything she had done. She then told Danny to never leave his younger siblings. Slowly, Sarkar started losing consciousness. Her children called out to her, but now she could not hear their voices. Sarkar was so broken that her life passed away. That is to say, 7 months ago, this jinn had finished her. After that, we see that Danny was managing Sarkar's restaurant, and Dodi was studying well. But then something very dangerous and terrible happened. We see that now this black power had taken over Ratna's body. Yes, because this black power would not leave until the deal was fulfilled. Now, it is not mentioned here what was to be done in the deal. It could be that a child had to be sacrificed, which Sarkar could not give. And now, since she had left, this black power would definitely take the sacrifice of one or the other of these three children.